Now, when you look at both Humphrey and Henry, you'll notice a stark contrast between the two. One takes on the role of the bully, while the other often ends up being bullied. Humphrey creates victims of abuse, while Horrid Henry, despite his mischievous nature, often finds himself on the receiving end of it. In today's video, I'll be comparing the Horrid Henry episode, Horrid Henry's Hike, with the Millie and Molly episode, Beefy. Both episodes feature a run-in with a bull, but the stories behind these encounters couldn't be more different. So make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and strap in. So I don't think I need to go too in-depth with the plot of Beefy, since I literally just made a video on it. But for those that don't know, Millie and Molly want to have a picnic with their class at their hangout spot on the farm, but Humphrey acts like a jerk and tries to ruin the mood, which doesn't end up working. And that leads to him messing with the bull, which I'll get to later. Now let's discuss the Horrid Henry episode, Horrid Henry's Hike. The episode begins with Peter watching a nature program, which fits well given his character and the episode's outdoor theme, before being turned into a burrito by Henry. Off to a great start already, their mom comes into the room to give Peter some boots, which gives him the idea of all of them going for a walk. Here's where things get interesting though. Despite feeling bad for Henry 90% of the time due to his parents' abuse, we actually feel less sympathetic for him in this episode. His negative attitude towards his family is exaggerated to the point where it overshadows any relatable frustration he might have about being forced on the walk. His mom, meanwhile, is firm, but not unreasonable. She insists that the family outing will happen no matter what Henry thinks, which is kinda weird given her history. Henry spends the next 30 seconds trying to hide from his family, and of course, it goes about as well as you expect. His dad eventually drags his whiny ass into the car and tells him to get over himself. Let's compare that to Humphrey, who also initially refused to go on the class trip in Beefy. The difference, though? Humphrey gave up in under 10 seconds once Miss Blythe threatened him with extra chores.
I won't.
Well, that's a shame, Humphrey. Perhaps you'd rather not go. I have lots of chores here you could do, like cleaning the blackboard, and there's all that rubbish needs tending to.
No, I want to go now.
Oh, good.
Henry, on the other hand, hid, lied, and even tried running away just to avoid walking outside for an hour. So, as absurd as it sounds, I've got to give the first point to Henry.
Let's go, Henry.
You can't make me.
Fine, but each step I take is 5p off your pocket money until you catch up. 5p off, 10p off, 15p off, 20p off.
I'm missing a Rappers Apple marathon for this.
Calm down, Henry. It's not the end of the world if you touch some grass for an hour. Henry is obviously livid and makes it clear to his entire family. He ruins his brother's binoculars and nearly gets him killed. I mean, not even Humphrey didn't go to that extent when he bullied that one girl. And no, throwing a gingerbread man at someone is basically harmless compared to getting stunned by a bunch of bees. Now it's time to compare the two infamous scenes in these episodes. The moments where both characters really let their inner brain dead shine through. Starting with Humphrey. When he decides to mess with the bull, it wasn't out of strategy or even malice. It was pure boredom. Just look at him. He's got the 1,000-yard stare of someone who's either about to fall asleep or about to test Darwin's theory in real time. He doesn't even seem scared, which almost makes it worse. Henry, though, messed with the bull for a reason, or at least what he thought was a reason. He figured if the bull chased them, it would speed up their journey to the lake. What makes this worse is that Henry doesn't just taunt the bull, he actually lets it out of the gate. That's not mischief anymore. That's basic attempted family homicide. Sure, Humphrey was reckless, but at least with Millie and Molly's help, he managed to escape without turning it into a full-scale disaster. The episode Beefy ends with Humphrey acting a little nicer to everyone, with the narrator claiming that Humphrey never bullied anyone again. Sure, BS aside, at least he somewhat learned something. Henry, though, he kept bullying his brother right up to the end of the episode and ultimately gets what he wants without any consequences. Going into the comparison, I honestly expected Humphrey to be worse. But after watching both episodes back to back, it's clear that Henry takes the crown this time. While Humphrey is usually the bigger jerk overall, in this episode, Henry's combination of stubbornness, recklessness, and near homicidal antics makes him far worse. The trophy has to go to Henry for this video. Let me know in the comments who I should compare Humphrey to next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.